Don't let Vane snipe you with his back special. After this video, you'll know exactly how to make Vane mains afraid of using this move. The light, heavy, and ult versions of Vane's back special, aka Energy Destruction, basically function like Vane's Fireball. But they do more damage on hit, even converting into combos in some cases. And they do more chip damage on block when compared to a regular Fireball. But don't try to cross over like when you're up against most Fireballs, cause you'll get blown up for it. The downside is that these versions actually don't go full screen. The light and heavy versions go up to 2 Colosseum tiles away, while the ultimate version has a limit of 3 tiles. If hitboxes collide, your heavy will be crushed, but your dash heavy will clash with it. It's possible to react and punish the startup of these moves, so look out for Vane winding up his axe. The light version has a 23-frame startup with 56 total frames, so a frame 20 spot dodge would make you +8. This could be the moment for a far medium punish on Catalina, for example, from about 1 tile away. The heavy version is faster though, with a 21-frame startup and 51 total frames. A doable spot dodge would leave you around +3. No punish, but you'll come out with an advantage. In-game, the ult version starts up in 20 frames and ends in 44 frames. In real time, the startup is actually 35 frames, making it easier to react with a spot dodge. You're likely to get some frame advantage, but it's hard for it to be enough to consistently punish with. If you're brave enough, you could go for a fast light in the startup, but if you fail, they can combo off of this version on hit. Another option is reacting with something like a parry, invincibility, or armor. Child's play for a character like Belial with a goated parry. And stuff that looks like it shouldn't hit could reach the extended hurt box at this time in the move. Most versions of this move are minus on block, so try to take your turn back. The light version is -6 on block. That's normally punishable, but the pushback makes this impossible to punish with a 6-frame light, unless you block it at point-blank range. And the heavy version is -4. But watch out after blocking the ultimate version, since it's actually +4, giving Vane some frame advantage for a change. Due to their high total frames, they leave him open to a whiff punish, with a fast but extremely long-reaching move like an ultimate fireball. So some characters could rely on staying outside of its range to set up a whiff punish. Another downside to the total frames is that a lucky jump/super jump could get a punish on it. Just make sure to air block until you're in the clear to strike, since this special is air blockable. And don't get too predictable with it. No versions of this move lead into a true block string due to the long startup. Play around its cooldowns. They're non-existent on the light and medium versions, but for the heavy version, it's 7 seconds. And on the ultimate, it's 3 seconds. If you get hit, the heavy version gives Vane a safe jump against your recovery, and the ultimate version is a hard knockdown. Speaking of the medium version, it's a whole new ball game. It goes full screen, and when it's timed just right, it goes over fireballs, lows, and throws. It has a 33-frame startup with 66 total frames. Look out for Vane jumping forward and spinning his axe like a helicopter. This gives you ample time to spot dodge and punish with a dash light or heavy. You could anti-air it, but the timing is pretty tight, and you could be too far away for it to work. If you're around full screen, you could react with a jump in and punish, but on a similar strict timing to anti-airing it. If you block it, it's -6, but with a similar pushback situation like before. It goes full screen, but if you're walking back during the startup, you could actually walk out of its range. In this scenario, you can whiff punish it with a fast full-screen move like an ultimate fireball. Invincibility/armor/parries can also get through this version and punish the extended hurt box. When it's done in the air, it alters his jump timing to be unpredictable and beat crouching heavy anti-airs. So you're better off with using air-to-airs, air throws, or high-hitting anti-air specials against Vane. And your air-to-airs have a higher chance of hitting. Due to the special startup that's around 30 frames, it looks like Vane helicoptering with his axe like it's Looney Tunes. Keep in mind that they aren't overheads, and when you block most of them, it's your turn. The light and medium versions are -6 on block, and the pushback is lower this time, so you'll have a better chance of punishing. Heavy is -2, but ultimate is +2, so if you block it, that's not a bad time to brave counter. At a certain range, you're guaranteed to get a brave counter punish as well. The limit for the air version seems to be about 3.5 tiles away, letting him do a jump in attack from across the screen. When it's done low to the ground, it looks really similar to the medium back special, and it's even better as throw bait. But these have less range and forward momentum. The counterplay to the low to the ground ones, or from far away, are the same as the grounded medium back special. He can use it while jumping back, and the heavy version is especially good for this, since it maintains the direction of the jump instead of going upwards like the others. Also, he can pull some shenanigans by canceling into it after a jump in attack. The cooldown for the air and grounded versions are the same, and they are shared. Also, when you get hit, ult gives Vane a hard knockdown. But Vane has a combo attack with another one of his specials to really pull one over on you. He can use his back special in combination with his shield to set up an ideal camping spot and snipe you while defending himself from your attacks. So watch the video in the card above to learn exactly how to counter Vane's shield and play around this setup. Do you want to see more guides that show you exactly how to win against the latest and greatest new characters and top tiers? Then don't hesitate to subscribe.